There is a new advance tonight in the long struggle with COVID-19. The drug maker Pfizer has requested federal authorization for its pill to treat the virus. Trial data shows that it greatly reduces hospitalizations and deaths in high-risk adults with early symptoms. Pharmacies could be selling the pills within weeks if the FDA approves emergency use. President Biden hit the road today to push his new infrastructure package and social policy agenda in the face of falling poll numbers. He traveled to Woodstock, New Hampshire, where an aging bridge now stands to be repaired. And he touted the social spending and climate bill still awaiting action.
I'm confident that the House is going to pass this bill. And when it passes, it'll go to the Senate. I think we'll get it passed within a week. And it's fully paid for.
House Democrats are divided over the $1.8 trillion package, with moderates demanding a full cost analysis. Meanwhile, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said today that he hopes for Senate action by Christmas. The jury in the Kyle Rittenhouse murder trial began deliberating today in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Rittenhouse shot and killed 2 people and wounded a third during racial justice protests last year. In an unusual move, the judge let the defendant himself draw numbered slips to select the jury. That determined which 12 out of 18 potential jurors will actually deliberate. The state has rested its case in the trial of 3 white men accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery in Brunswick, Georgia. The prosecutors say the men assumed that Arbery was a burglar, chased him down, and shot him. The defense says that they acted legally under a citizen's arrest law. In political comings and goings, Democrat Michelle Wu was sworn in as the new mayor of Boston. She's the first Asian American and the first woman to be elected to that job. And California Congresswoman Jackie Speier announced that she will not run for an 8th term. She is the 14th House member to decide on retirement at the end of next year. Record rainfall and extreme winds eased today across Washington state and Oregon, but left widespread damage. Interstate 5, the West Coast Main North-South Highway, was partially reopened near Bellingham, Washington, but heavy flooding covered vast tracts of land, and 14 counties in western Washington were under a state of emergency from floods and mudslides.
And the water just came in fast, way faster than we were expecting. So our house is in about 4 feet of water. Downstairs is all flooded. So thankfully we had a loft room that we were all hunkered down in.
The same storm system touched off mudslides that trapped some 300 people on a highway in British Columbia late Sunday night. Most were helicoptered to safety. Provincial officials said today that 1 person was killed in a slide. Russian officials denied today that they endangered the International Space Station with a missile test that destroyed an old satellite. It generated more than 1,500 pieces of space debris, but Moscow said there is no threat to the station. NASA said the crew, including 2 Russians, now face 4 times the normal risks. In Myanmar, the State Election Commission announced that it is prosecuting ousted leader Aung San Suu Kyi for alleged election fraud. Her party's sweeping victory last year triggered a military coup. Meanwhile, American journalist Danny Fenster returned to New York after 6 months in a Myanmar prison. He had been accused of lying about the military regime. And back in this country, industrial production and retail sales bounced back last month, rising more than 1.5%. While on Wall Street today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 54 points to close at 36,142. The Nasdaq rose 120 points. The S&P 500 added 18. Still to come on the NewsHour, former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers on what policymakers need to do about inflation. Why aid organizations stay in Afghanistan to help those struggling under Taliban rule. The major hurdles facing older prisoners once they win release, plus much more.
This is the PBS NewsHour from WETA Studios in Washington and in the West from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at Arizona State University.